And then I got that opportunity to work at the magic shop, and then I was like, yeah, this is my first job. I'm gonna do
Yeah. Oh,
this.
awesome.
And I was
Stoked
just
to
like,
be in that
yeah,
position where like you knew what you liked already.
like pricing all the Tenyo
Yeah.
products and the like SS Atom things, and and like trying to read the books, and then he eventually was like, you can read anything in the shop. If you want to watch a video, if you want to open up a video, because it was all VHS
Wow.
before,
Yeah.
and if you want to open up a VHS, learn it so that if somebody has questions, you can sell it to them. And I was like, okay, so it was kind of like my learning, like my college
Yeah,
with
really.
magic was
That
that
makes
magic
sense
shop.
too. Like now, I didn't really know that because you have that extensive knowledge of magic, and it's like, oh, you worked at a magic shop. And I know a lot of magicians, it's like one of their dreams because you get to be around all that, and you kind of absorb it like a
Yeah,
sponge, and it's awesome.
and being in Hawaii, it's a destination spot. So all the magicians that were on cruise lines
Yeah, so you meet a lot of them, huh?
would come to the island. And then what's the first? If you're a traveling magician, what's the first thing you're looking for? Is a magic shop, restock, all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. Maybe connect with other magicians. So all of those guys would come in to the magic shop, and that's how I met all these guys, and became friends with them. And the only reason why I became friends with them was because I understood from the early part that you have to know your history. You have to know where magic comes from and who the creators of the trick and all this kind of stuff. And I gave that respect to learning not just the trick, but the origin of the trick, who invented it and why and where this person came from and a little history of that. And so when these big name magicians would come together and they'd be talking, I could like get in there because I was like, oh yeah, yeah, that's so and so's. That's the Dakota, right? You guys talking about Dakota? And it's like, oh,
Oh,
what?
here's
What?
this.
It's like, oh yeah, yeah, Horace Golden. He did like 100 tricks in 15 minutes, and like, well, what? All these kind of like
Like, here's this kid. He knows
trivia
everything.
stuff. Just like, how do you know that? It was like, oh, it's in that book right there, and blah blah blah. But yeah, that's how. And then when they were my friends, I was just like, oh, I know this person and I know that person, and then it was so funny because when I finally was the age to come to like Magic Castle, which is like the mecca of
Right.
magic, right? I can still remember the first day I walked through the door, that the bookcase opening
Uh,
up, and I'm like, oh, I'm here,
yeah.
you know. And the people who took me were like, they're members forever,
So like
and
whatever.
and they're like, oh, we'll be at the bar. Where you want to? I'm like, no, I need to look at the molding and the carpet and the ceiling and. And I was like, wow, this bar is awesome, and wow, this carpet is trippy, and then I would see people, I would see magicians that I was like, hey, you remember me? It's like, oh yeah, you're the kid from the magic
Oh,
shop and blah 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 in Maui, and then all my other magic friends are like, how do you know that person? It's like, oh, I met him in Hawaii, and like, what, you know that guy? It's like, yeah, I know this person, and it's so. I was so blessed with the ability to have a community like that in a magic shop and connect with all these people. And that's the kind of thing like why I appreciate what you're doing is that you're acknowledging that community, right? This is what we have to do in the time that we're separated because uh, like the people that you connect to now, especially through the internet, you wouldn't have expected to connect with them either way because maybe they live in another
right.
country, on the other side of the world or too busy. But now that they have this time, we're like, I'm not working, I'm not doing anything. Let me call up so and
Exactly.
so, and it's like, hey, what's up? It's
I know they got a
crazy,
lot more
and the
time
connections that
to
you can get.
go even deeper in
Yeah,
ourselves, but also with others through this way of connecting. And like, yeah, I've been talking to people like I'm aware of like through like the social media like platforms and the magic community, but I've never really talked to them. So
hmm
now there's like a stronger connection built, and it's almost like just expanding this community or strengthen it too. Because it's like now we feel more connected,
right.
and we're not so alone. We're all the same, you know. We're all in different ways.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, passion over
We're all just a
profit.
bunch of geeks doing magic. That's all we're doing.
Yeah,